again. It's a rich thing.
Welcome back to another video. Hope everybody's doing fine and well, having a great day. Well, oh, what's that? Welcome if you are new. So today we're going to do some polygel nails, and I have got this Morovan Polygel kit off Amazon. I will leave the link for this below. I did get this a while ago, and I actually got another kit that was an acrylic kit and another kit that was a solid gel kit, but the solid gel kit isn't available anymore. I can't find it anywhere, not in the colours that I've got, so I thought there's no point in using that. The acrylic one's still available. I don't use acrylic, but I might unbox it. Let me know in the comments, guys. Do you want me to unbox it and attempt some kind of acrylic nails, maybe using dual forms or something? Let me know in the comments if you want me to do a video on the acrylic kit as well. But yeah, today we're going to unbox the polygel kit. I actually like this brand. I've used their polygel quite a few times. The kits are always quite well put together. The quality of the products I've never faulted. The packaging, everything about this brand I've always enjoyed using. So yeah, we'll do some polygel nails today, but first we're going to get this unboxed. So shall we get into it and see what we got? So this is what it looks like when we open it. Got a little Morovan sticker, crepe paper. Guys, I want to show you this box as well. So this box, I've noticed this before on other kits. It's got the scissor mark, so obviously it's to cut it out. But I think the last box that I got, it didn't come with any instructions or anything, so I never found out what it was for. Well, this one has come with instructions. So you cut it out and you end up with a little like a little storage box. Isn't that clever? I love that. I'm a massive fan of upcycling and recycling, things like that. But yeah, I thought that's a good idea, and I've not seen that before. So this is a full kit that comes with everything you need. It comes with the nail lamp and everything. So I'm just going to slide it off to the left. So first we've got some nail cleaning wipes. Okay, they're good for prep. Then we have got the dual-ended brush. Everything's always branded as well. I like that. So we've got the spatula on one end and the brush on the other end. Right, then I can see we've got dual forms. I'm not sure how many sizes are in there. So these are the ones that I like. When I have to use dual forms, these are the kind of ones that I like. They've not got that stupid curve that looks like claws. Yeah, I don't mind these dual forms at all. Oh, we've got some glitter pots. Oh gosh, I don't want to open it. They're going to go everywhere, aren't they? Oh, come on, you're having a giggle. Oh, and after all that, it's got a foil seal. So this is a pot of butterflies, and it looks like it's got a little iridescent glitter in there as well. I don't think we're quite into butterfly season yet, are we? Very cute. So I'm not going to open this one. So this is like a blue iridescent kind of glitter. Not going to open that. I like them. I like them pots. Right, then I can see we've got an acid-free primer. Love that. Then we've got your top coat and base coat. So they're good sized bottles, 10ml. Then we've got slip solution, 30ml. I think I've got one of these open actually, but I do prefer to use my 70% alcohol. We've got a little pink nail file, 100, 180. Zebra emery board. It is definitely not a zebra emery board. That is for sure. It's definitely not a zebra. It's pink. Pale pink. Oh, we've got some more glitter. How cute is this little box? Let's have a look. I'm not going to take them all out. So we've got a purple and a blue metallic. And then it looks like we've got a red metallic and a kind of deep bronzy kind of metallic. And then this green and orange are like iridescent. That's a cute little pack. Love that. Right, before we have a look at the lamp, we will have a look at the polygels. Let me just open them. So, bit overkill with the plastic, Morovan. Let me get all these open. So we've got 5 polygels, so they're not in any particular order with numbers. So we've got number 1, I think, which is their clear. We've got a white, we've got a pink, and then we've got what looks like maybe a nudie and a brownie. I'm going to give them a swatch in a minute. Guys, I didn't know there's a little nail drill in here. Look at the size of this. Let's have a look at this. These kind of little e-files, they're alright for nail prep. They really are. But anything more than that, not so sure. Right, okay. So we've got a fine ceramic grit flame bit. Cool. And then it's got a little box of your standard diamond drill bits and your sanding band mandrel bit. It's a bit glary, and we've got some spare sanding bands there. Cool. Right, so it's USB powered. Let's have a look at this. Oh my gosh. Right, so it's metal. This reminds me of, not even going to say it, not that I've ever owned something that resembles that. I've just seen things on telly, on the TV, that look like this. How cute is that? So it's got your control panel there. So it's got reverse and forward, speed control. That's very cute. Right, so lastly we've got the lamp. I have actually got one of these lamps, and they're really, really good lamps. So these are the Sun One. You know, some of these polygel kits, the lamps that come with them, they're not that great. These little Sun One lamps, they're fantastic. I think for the price of this polygel kit, with the lamp that comes with it and the little nail drill, I think it's a fantastic value for money little kit. If you go on Amazon and look at the price of these Sun One lamps on their own and the little mini e-file, I think this kit is a little bargain kit. Right, so it's got a magnetic base. Obviously you take this blue film off. I mean, you don't have to, but you're supposed to. We've got 5 seconds. I like that. We've got a 5-second flash cure. 30 seconds, 60 seconds, on and off. So you can have it as a 24 watt or a 48 watt. So how does that work? I wonder why you'd need that. I wonder why you'd need to switch between 24 watt and 48 watt. Not sure. But it's got loads of LEDs. It's got a good weight to it. It doesn't feel cheap. I've had a couple of these lamps in the past and they're really good lamps. Some lamps tend to be quite good lamps, but you do get a lot of fake ones that are crap. But genuine sun lamps, yeah, they're quite good. And then we've got a plug. Obviously mine's got a UK plug. If you're in the US or another country, obviously yours will come with the correct plug. Right, so that's everything. Get these swatched quickly. So I'm not going to swatch the clear. Morovan clear is actually a good one. It's not a bad clear at all. I have got one already open, so that's why I'm not going to open that. And same with the white. White is white. Do I really need to swatch the white? So I will swatch the white just so we can see if it's like a really white or if it's a milky white. Oh yeah, it's a good white. It's a proper white. I like it. And then this is number P129. Oh, that's a nice pink. I like that. This is P005. So that's a peachy, kind of peachy pink. And then we've got P113. I'm not keen on that. That's just like a pale brown, isn't it? Maybe autumn time. So that's the colours, and then obviously we've got a clear included in that kit as well. So I've decided to voice over this part just because my neighbour decided to cut his grass. It's freezing outside, so it got rather noisy. So I'm going to be using my non-dominant hand today, so please bear that in mind. quick bit of nail prep. I'm just going to quickly push my cuticles back and scrape away any dead skin. I haven't really got much prep to do because I really damaged my nails over the Christmas and the New Year period. I've been really looking after my nails and trying to get them back to how they were, but my left hand is still quite bad, so that's why I'm going to be doing my right hand today, but that means I'm going to have to use my non-dominant hand. So I'm using the file that came in the kit, and I'm just getting rid of that shine on your natural nails. Get them really scuffed up and buffed up, and then give them a really good clean, get rid of all that dust. So I am going to be using the dual foams today that came in that kit, so I'm just quickly going to size those up. There we go, voila. And the thumb is actually not a bad size. I was quite happy with the thumb. So I've put them all on my tip display stand upside down like that, and I'm just going to give my natural nails a coat of Born Pretty peel off. I actually do use 2 coats of this. Obviously I need to take these straight back off so I can get on with the next set, so I'm not using the base coat that came in the kit. I'm going to go for this kind of nudie pink colour, and I've decided to try the viral trend where everybody is encapsulating rhinestones like in the free edge of the nail. So I'm going to try that. I've pulled out some pointy back rhinestones. I thought I'd stick a few of those in there. I've got some really cute colours. I don't use pointy back rhinestones on top of my nails, so I thought I'll use some of these up and I'll encapsulate them. And I've pulled out some flat back ones as well, and I've also pulled out quite a few love hearts. This was from one collection of 12. Beautiful collections. I'll leave all these linked below. I've got discount codes for this company as well. And then these are little tiny 2mm love hearts. They are beautiful. They're all iridescent, teeny tiny little things. And then I think these ones are the 3mm ones. They're from a different set as well. Like I said, I'll leave links below. They're all from Colours World. They've got a website and they're on AliExpress as well. So definitely go and check those out. Right, so shall we get on with it? I'm going to start with the pinky, and this is just going to be a full nail of the polygel. I did put far too much in, so you'll see me take some out in a minute. I didn't want them right to the end of this dual foam because they are really long dual foams actually. So keeping it quite thin at that cuticle area, and I'm just going to pull it down that dual foam. Thin at the, you want it thin at the cuticle area and thin at the tip. So I've just took a bit out there because they're far too long. I think I took it to the second to last line. The dual foam, I've got little markers so you can work out exactly where you want them. Yeah, I think I took it to the second to last line. So thin at the tip, thin at the cuticle area, and you want the bulk of that product to kind of be in that top third area. So once I'm happy with that, I'm going to place it quite gently to start with on my pinky, and I always place it with just a little gap between the dual foam and my cuticle, and then you'll see me slowly slide it towards my cuticle. Try not to touch the skin, and I always give it a tiny gentle squeeze at the sides just to make sure it's fully attached. Once I'm happy with that, that's going to get a full 60 seconds cure in the lamp. There we go. Right, so onto the ring finger now. The ring finger and the pointer are going to be the same, so I will just show you doing this one. So I'm going to put a coat of the base coat inside this tip, but I just wanted the rhinestones on the free edge. I didn't want them where my nail was going to go. So that's me just checking where the free edge is and making sure I don't put any of them rhinestones where my natural nail is. I just wanted them in that free edge. And I'm literally just going to start placing those rhinestones face down straight into that wet base gel. I haven't cured that gel, and I'm just going to start placing a mixture of, I think there's 2 different sizes of these pointy back ones. In hindsight, looking at the nails now I've got them finished, I wish I would have just used the AB rhinestones, because you will see towards the end that the AB rhinestones, they show up and they sparkle so much better. The AB ones are these little flat ones that I'm putting in now. The pointy back ones that I put in, they were kind of an opal, like cloudy opal kind of effect. They were still beautiful, but they just didn't sparkle as much as the AB ones. So once I'm happy with how many I've got in there, I didn't want too much. I'm just going to start spacing them out now because I want to add some love hearts at the end. So yeah, I didn't want too many rhinestones, so just a little sparse sprinkle like that, and then a quick flash cure. So onto the middle nail now. I'll just rush through this one because again, just like the pinky, it's just going to be a plain full nail of the polygel. So again, nice and thin at that cuticle area, and make sure you're getting that polygel right up to the edges of the jewel form, especially at the sides. If you don't get it right up those sides, you'll end up with gaps down the side of your nail. So make sure you're getting it right up to the edges of that jewel form. So I will just let you watch this for a second, guys, and then we'll go on to the nails with the rhinestones and we'll get those applied. Right, so onto the ones with the rhinestones. I just want a little bit of a kind of nail bed fade. So starting off the same as the other nails, we're going to get it nice and thin at that cuticle area and make sure I've got it right up the sides of that jewel form. But I'm going to just smudge it in with my brush and fade it off. Whenever I'm using jewel forms to do a fade with polygel, I just kind of smudge it in and just press it in like that and fade it off down that nail. That's all I'm going to do on those nails for now. That's just to get these nails applied. And once I'm happy with how that fade's looking, same thing, I'm just going to place it quite gently onto my nail and then slide it into my cuticle. Little pinch at the sides, making sure it's fully attached. Make sure it's nice and flat underneath as well, and full 60 seconds cure. So there we go, guys, that is them all applied. So the ones with the rhinestones, obviously there's no product at the end of those nails, so I'm using the clear polygel now, and we're just going to add the product to the end of these nails and make sure those rhinestones are fully encapsulated and there's a little bit more added strength underneath the nail as well. So just a quick coating of that. I will just show you this one, and then they're going to get one last 60 seconds cure. The flatter you can get your nails, guys, underneath before you cure them, they will look so much better and you won't have to go underneath with an e-file afterwards. So I always take that little extra time getting them nice and flat underneath before I cure them. So this is so satisfying. Now we're going to get all these jewel forms popped off. These ones were a little difficult to get off because the base coat, I pulled that base coat right to the very end of the jewel form. So I did have to do a little bit more twisting and pulling. Look at that. How cool does that look? But the AB rhinestones definitely sparkle a lot more than those kind of opal effect rhinestones, don't they? Just a quick look before I go in with the nail file. I'm just going to pull those little flappy bits of base coat off the tips of the nail. That's all that is. I quite like them. I think they're really, really smart. So just around the edges where the jewel form is, you get a little bit of a lip that I just showed you there. So I'm just going to run my file straight up the sides and then just around that cuticle area where you can see that little bit of lip as well. There's no shaping to do whatsoever because the jewel form does it for you. And then the tip of the nail, I'm going to make sure I get them all the same length on the other nails. I'm not too bothered about the thumb, but all these nails, I'm going to make sure I get them all the same length. So I'll just show you this one last nail and I'll get the rest of them done off camera. So just around the sides and around the cuticle area to get rid of that lip. And once I've done that, I'm going to go over all the nails with a little buffer just to get all that shiny surface off before I go in with any base coat to get some of these little love hearts attached, and before I go in with any gel polish. Gel doesn't like to stick to shiny surfaces, so I always like to give shiny surfaces like that a good buff and get them all nice and kind of matte. Right, so this is where we're at. I thought those opal ones in particular looked like bubbles. You know, you can buy those stickers that look like kind of bubbles. I thought they reminded me of bubbles. Right, anyway, so I've decided to go with the little matte hearts and these little pink. These are kind of matte, but they're metallic as well, aren't they? So I've decided to go with just those two colours. So on Misty, so sorry about that, my dog decided to shake it off. So on these two nails with the rhinestones, I'm just going over those with a base coat, and I'm just going to start placing the hearts into that wet base coat. Not too many, but I'm going to try and keep them in the gaps where there's no rhinestones. Again, I will just show you doing this now because the other one's going to be exactly the same, and then they'll get a 30 seconds cure in the lamp. So now both those nails are cured, I'm going to seal those hearts in with another base coat. So just a nice generous coating of base coat now, and then they'll get one last 30 seconds cure. Oh wow, they're looking so pretty. I quite like them. Right, so I've pulled out a colour from Madame Glam. This is a gorgeous gel. Is it Glaze D'Amour? I think this was from the Valentine's collection last year actually, and it's just a beautiful, really shimmery kind of fuchsia pink, isn't it? So this middle nail is just going to be a Frenchie. So I'm just going to paint a French tip on this nail to start with. So concentrating on my smile line. Once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to paint in the corners with the detailer brush, and then I'll use the bigger brush out the bottle to fill in the free edge. Isn't that a beautiful gel? I totally forgot I had that. I love it. Right, and on the nails with the rhinestones and the love hearts, I'm just going to paint a little cuticle cuff like that. So again, I'll just show you doing this one nail, and I'll do the other one off camera. So I just thickened up that cuticle cuff on those two nails, just thickened it up a little bit. And lastly, for this colour, I decided to just fully cover the pinky with this gel. I'll say it again, this gel is absolutely beautiful. It really is. I think there was 2 shades of pink in that collection last year, wasn't there? Look at that. It's a stunning colour. Right, lastly, we're going to get these top coated now. And I am going to add a couple of little rhinestones and a little pink bow. I'll show you those in a sec. Right, so this is a little pink bow that I've pulled out. That's going to go on the middle nail. And for the thumb, I'm just going to use some of the hot pink mocha rhinestones out of there and some transparent ones. So I'm just going to put my rhinestone gel on the back of this little bow. Obviously, I'm going to be taking this straight back off. If you was wearing these for any length of time, you would need to secure this bow and your rhinestones a hell of a lot better than what I do. But you get the gist. So quick flash cure. Same with my rhinestones. I'm going to place them on, and then I'll give them a full 60 seconds cure. So there we go, guys. That is them finished. I think these turned out beautiful. That gel is just stunning. I love it. I do think you can't see the opal rhinestones as much as the AB ones. I don't know. Let me know what you think, guys. But I think they're absolutely beautiful. I really do. I love the shape of the jewel forms. My favourite jewel forms. You just get a nice, square, straight nail from them. And just to show you that they're really not bulky underneath, those nails with the rhinestones, I don't think they're thicker than what you would have them if you sculpted them. They're really not bulky at all, and they're not heavy either. I love them, and I love the base colour of that polygel. Actually, I think that's a really, really nice colour. It's just got that right amount of transparency to it. It's not too creamy and it's not too transparent. It's exactly how I like my polygel to be, especially my pinks that I'm using for nail beds anyway. Right guys, so that is it for today. I'll leave links to the kit everywhere that it's available, and the hearts, and if the Madam Glam gel is still available, that will be down there as well. Make sure you take full advantage of any discount codes I've got. Thanks for watching. Please remember to give the video a quick thumbs up, guys, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Hopefully I'll see you all back in my next one. Take care. Bye.